What's that?
Hey, that's my...
Hey, folks, here we are.
Hey.
Hey, everybody!
It's Tuesday night.
Yay! No.
Hi, everybody. We are the Rock and Tourist Society, starting as usual our 6 o'clock time spot. Don't worry. We've done some upgrading. We keep getting new equipment, and this equipment stops, and that equipment goes, and it's just, if you are a streamer at all, you probably know this frustration. But that's okay. Anyway, tonight we are playing Deadlands Noir, which is a game put out by the same people that we play Deadlands Classic and Deadlands Reloaded and all the other fun games we play, Dawn of the Kaiju and whatnot. Different creators, but same system.
Pinnacle Entertainment.
Pinnacle Entertainment. And since we're running a little late tonight, I'm just going to shoot it on down to Dale, and he's going to tell you what is going on with this game, because this is the first time we've actually streamed this game.
So anyway, Deadlands Noir is, yes, it is put out by the same people who brought you Deadlands Classic. But this is Deadlands Noir. So for those of you who are familiar with the Deadlands meta system, metagame.
Metagaming.
Well, the meta plot is what I mean.
Okay, there you go.
So there was Deadlands, the Weird West, which is which we use the classic system. Then they came out with Hell on Earth, which is the post-apocalypse, which is also the classic system. Then they came out with Lost Colony, which is kind of like the same time in Hell on Earth, but on a different planet.
Hey, Simon's here. Hi, Simon.
Hey, Simon! I spotted my little eyes, something beginning with in. Watch it, pal.
So anyway, so after Lost Colony, they kind of stopped for a while, but then they did like a crowdfunding thing, a Kickstarter for Deadlands Noir, which takes place in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, technically, with the companion. The only thing is it's Savage Worlds, but we love the game system of Classic so much for the Deadlands games, we converted it, or I converted it to Deadlands Classic. But I have chosen 1936 Las Vegas. Back in that year, and around those years, they had a thing called Eldorado Days, which was like a big festival, like the Big River Steampunk Festival. But Las Vegas did a week-long celebration, the Eldorado Days, and it was to celebrate the cowboy history of Las Vegas in that era and the old
Las
West.
Vegas, yes.
And I was like, what better way to connect it to Deadlands Classic than having a city where they celebrate Eldorado Days?
Eldorado.
And it's got all the, the 1930s.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Mom.
All the gangsters and stuff like that, casinos, nightclubs, just all kinds of things you think about when you think of the 30s. It's also got the wide open territories, the deserts, so you can actually have a little bit of a Deadlands action in the 30s. A lot of your famous noir movies are kind of around that era and around that area. So, Las Vegas, 1936. Are you missed it? But this one tonight is called Something on My Mind. So we're going to get the character set up. Why don't you guys tell me what your chips are? And if you want, when I'm digging out your chips, just give a little intro.
Actually, they can go to our TikTok and see our character intros.
Did you post them?
So, yes, I did. I did.
So at the beginning of this story, they're going to get to draw 3 extra chips. Now,
Really?
on your character sheet, you'll see that you can have no more than 10 chips, and there's only a certain number of a color chip you have. Certain number of white, red, and blue. So I'm going to pass this around while we get started. You guys can draw 3 chips.
The DM is trusting you, so don't look. No peeky.
And like I said, these are called fake chips because they can alter your fate. Maybe you want to spend it to make a re-roll a roll that you just failed, or maybe you want to spend it so you negate a wound or get back some wind so you don't pass out. The only interesting thing is once they get their 3 chips, I get to draw 3 chips. for
Yellow
the
is
NPC.
white, right?
Yeah, yellow is white.
Oh, blue, yay. These are really good.
Now, for those of you who ever played Classic or interested in Classic, once you get your chips, if you have more than 10 by the time you're done drawing, or if you have more of a certain color than you're allowed to, you can trade those chips in for bounty points, and you can use those as kind of experience points to up your stats, buy new skills, do things like that. Real quick, do you guys want to kind of introduce your characters?
Go ahead, Dennis.
Just a brief thing.
I'm Reginald Braxton. I'm an actor. I'm comedy man and action hero, kind of a cross between Ronald Reagan and Buster Crabbe at the time. I have a 1935 red Auburn Speedster, and I speak both Italian and Mexican. And
Mixed together.
yes,
Italian.
that's exactly right. And you got me off for where I was going to go with this.
Oh, sorry.
I've got a little kind of a quote thing. I've defeated countless enemies with my rapier and pistol. I do all my own stunts. Skills on the screen. I've wooed beautiful damsels off their feet and punched Adolf Hitler once. I can handle this, even if I have to bluff my way out.
Yeah.
So, ciao.
Okay.
John Dolly, I'm playing Harold O'Malley. It goes by Harry. And he's a private eye. He's from Ireland. And he was thrown out of the police force because he found some corruption and tried to fix it, and they turned on him.
Was that in Ireland?
Aye. No, it was here in the United States.
okay.
It was here. But that's all you're going to see, because you got to go TikTok and see the rest. You, sir.
Back to you.
Back to you now.
I am playing Zachary Thomas Burke. He is a stage musician who specializes in escapology. He's sort of like he's basically a Harry Houdini type character. And that is pretty much about it.
Okay.
You done?
Yeah, I was done like 5 minutes ago.
I know. Hey, I'm playing Roberto Romero, the knife. My friends call me. I do a little this, a little that for the man. You know, the little Patron kind of guy. So he's kind of a mafioso hitman, but he sees ghosts. You know, he always sees ghosts, and he's always got this lighter. He's always clinking his lighter because that's his focus. Focus his energy. Sometimes he gets a little crazy. All the ghosts are all going nuts. But since he's been on this crew, he's figuring out what's going on. So I guess these fancy pants are letting me hang out with them. So I appreciate them, and I got their back. What are you looking at?
So yes, Mike is talking about his character that we made a new arcane background called Spiritualist. So these are like spirit mediums, spirit investigators, that kind of people who deal with ghosts, and he is a medium. So you guys are in Las Vegas, 1936. You guys tend to hit the town quite often. Usually go to nightclubs and hang out and try out new places. You guys have spent the evening. It's probably about 8 o'clock at night. You guys have been
It's
at
early.
you guys have been at the Ambassador Club, which is a fairly new nightclub in Las
You
Vegas.
say you bastard club?
Bastard Club?
Yeah, the
You
Ambassador.
bastard!
Oh, Ambassador.
Ambassador
Oh,
Club.
ambassador.
The I'm a Bastard Club.
The Ambassador.
Ambassador. So you guys have been there for the most of the evening, and it's a pretty nice place. You kind of help break it in. You know, of course, with you two, you get a lot more autographs than you, but you are kind of up and coming in Las Vegas. You've got a lot of shows in Vegas, and people are starting to know your name quite a bit. So you guys are kind of the celebrities.
That Renown of 3.
Renown of 3? Yeah, so you guys are definitely the celebrities. So when you go out to these nightclubs, it's almost like a PR thing, but you guys do get a lot of people coming up asking for autographs, asking. There's the girls that come around, take the pictures.
Yeah. Smoke popping out runway.
Yeah.
Let me slip into something more comfortable.
Back right into the cigarette girl. Ah! So the other two, you two just kind of usually tag along.
Yeah.
So
I act like a bodyguard.
you're almost like a bodyguard
Yeah.
security, and he's almost like a bodyguard and security, so nobody really asks any questions. So, but you guys came out of the Ambassador Club, and you're kind of like going out, standing on the edge of the street. You're come out the front door, and it's right on the corner of the main drag, you know, so there's a couple busy streets, a couple buildings across the street that are like, 6 stories tall. Ooh, that's a big building. So you guys are kind of hanging out, maybe parting ways for the night, maybe just chatting before you split up. What's the matter?
John says, by ladies, of course, I mean Mike.
Yeah, best. Wait.
And as you guys are standing on the sidewalk, you hear and there's other people out here. There's like maybe 15 people scattered along the sidewalk and on the
dead.
other side. You hear
Vegas.
Yeah. You hear a roaring engine kind of coming somewhere close by, and you suddenly hear the whoo of sirens. And as you guys are like, where's that coming from? Around the corner, like maybe 20 feet away, you see a little coupe, like a 1935 coupe, come flying right around that corner, skids, slams into the building across the street, and just like crunch. And just then, a police sedan comes right around behind it with the sirens going and screeches to a halt right across the street. And it's like 4 lanes of traffic. So as this coupe hits the wall, a guy gets out and he's kind of staggering. There's smoke coming from the car, and he's just like kind of dazed. And he gets out of the car and looks around. And he's dressed in like just kind of a tweed suit, maybe an overcoat. And he kind of has a pair of glasses, thinning hair, kind of looks around. And as this cop screeches to a halt behind him, this cop gets out of his car and draws his pistol. And he's in full uniform, just kind
Does
of.
he look familiar?
No, he doesn't look familiar at all.
Okay.
He walks up to the guy about 4 feet away, plugs him 5 times. Just shoots him 5 times.
The guy in the coupe or the
Cop. The
cop.
cop just walks up to the guy in the coupe. Pow, 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 pow. Turns the gun and shoots himself right in the head
Holy shit.
and just drops dead.
Oh, story over.
Yeah. People are screaming. There's like all of a sudden it's like, what the? And another cop car with its sirens going comes right around the corner and peels to or squeals to a stop right
Peels
there.
to a stop.
Kind of in there, and those 2 cops get out and are like, kind of looking around, taking a look at the situation, like, what is going on? The driver is a white guy, and he's going to run up to the cop or to the bodies. The guy gets out of the passenger side is a black guy, and this is Ernie Richards. This is the cop that you guys have encountered before.
Oh, yeah.
You've talked to him a couple times, and you're on good terms with him. And yes, the Las Vegas Police Department generally is corrupt. He's one of the few good cops
He's
on the
one of them,
force.
yeah, right.
And as you look at his partner, he's another Irishman, but he's more American. He doesn't have the thick Irish accent. But he's also a pretty good cop. That's why they're partners. And it's like them against the entire force some days.
I'm going to head over that one
Yeah. Head over
So-
there.
quickly.
Yeah.
Officer Ernie, we saw everything.
Okay. You people step back. Stay back.
What's going on over here?
And he's, I don't know. We got the call to aid and assist, and then all of a sudden the radio went silent. So we found
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but
Officer Quinn's car. Or no, not Quinn. Hold on. Let's see what his name is.
Harley Quinn was laying here.
Oh yeah, we saw Officer Quinn's car, so we decided to start following it.
I don't know what happened, but he got out of his car and just plugged this other guy
Yeah.
he was chasing.
And he plugged that guy on 5 times, then plugged himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, we saw that as we were pulling up.
Yeah. What's going on?
I'm going to go take a look at
I
their...
don't know. I have no idea. And he's like, yells over at what is his name?
Pequod.
Pequod.
A chicken coop. Is that what wacky?
He drove up in a chicken.
It's wacky races.
Wacky races.
Well, we couldn't afford a real coupe, so we got
a chicken coop.
It's got 4 wheels, man. It's fast.
Oh, okay. He yells over at Murphy, what's going on? And the other cop has his gun drawn. He's holstering. He's like, they're both dead. Ernie, I don't know what to tell you.
I'm going to go over and investigate the car
And he's
that
like,
crashed.
I got to radio this in. And he runs off to the corner, right around the corner, and there's one of the police boxes.
Right.
So he runs over and rips it open and starts dialing it up.
I'm going to start investigating the crashed car.
Okay.
Check to make sure that first driver in the tweed suit is in fact dead.
Yeah. He's plugged
is
4 or 5
definitely dead.
times right in the torso. So he is dead.
Better mass. He hit
Roberto! Yeah, I'm right there.
Oh, yeah, there you are.
Yeah.
Are you able to make a connection here?
Yeah. Give me a moment there. Reginald, man. All right, I got to clear my head. I'm just thinking about that blonde back in there, man. Oh, right. There's a fella here.
All right, that's, the blonde, yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. No scoring there. Hey, will you make some money? All right. How do I defend you?
Playing.
I got a
grind with
right?
Or
It says I got a 2, 4, and 8. So what do I got to appreciate here?
What are you looking at?
Communal is a spirit. Now, or I got to summon them first.
Okay. No, you can use commune because they're probably, if there is a spirit here, it's in the area. You don't have to summon it.
All right.
And
that's
4 and 8.
Yeah. 2 is dead. 4 for an animal. 8 a hostile or a Manitou.
Right. So spend 2 ecto points.
What the hell are my ecto points? Sorry, it's been a while, folks. Before we
Have
even
an
stream it.
ecto pool or
Yep, I see it up there at the top.
Okay.
So 2 points.
2 points.
1, 2. All right, now target number 7.
Yep.
What am I rolling here? Let me see.
A spirit.
My spirit. 48. Hey, it's not too bad, boss. I got 2 successes.
2 success. You mean a success and a raise?
Oh, I got an 8, so I roll again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, just a 9.
Okay. So you got one success.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 2 successes. Yeah.
What's
you
going
just
on?
take your highest die.
Oh, it's my highest one.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
what I was, just like Deadlands. You
Yeah.
roll your dice, whatever the highest one is.
We just got
Yeah,
done
I got a
playing
9.
Exalted, so
I've been
that's-
busy.
That's great.
They told me, hey, Mike, you're an idiot. Do this.
Okay, so as you kind of focus on your lighter and kind of look around, you do feel a couple presences. And the first one you encounter is the man in the tweed suit. You see a ghostly image of him,
Okay.
and he's just kind of like looking around, looks at his body. He's like, oh my, that's not good.
Hey, how you doing?
Obviously not well.
I see that. Well, what the hell happened, bud?
I don't know. I was driving home from my place of employment, and next thing I know,
What do you work at?
well, I do work at a psychiatric institute, a hospital,
Psychiatric Institute.
at the hospital in the psychiatric ward.
what'd you say?
At the hospital, psychiatric. That's where. What's your name again?
My name is
Mud.
My name is what? My name is
Your name's Roberto.
Shady.
Slim
You
Shady.
don't remember who you are?
Oh, I'm talking to the ghost.
I am Dr. Albert Neiman.
Doctor, it's a doctor. It's Dr. Albert Neiman.
So you want me to take you to psychiatric ward?
No, that's this guy here. He's telling me. You know I talk to ghosts.
I'm just giving you.
And as you do, as you guys are arguing, you see him actually starting to.
Whoa. Hey, Doc. Hey,
I
Doc.
have no control over this, but I don't know
Hey.
what happened.
Oh, don't lose them yet. Don't lose them.
Hey, you want us to tell somebody something? You got something before you leave?
Reel him in. Reel him in.
Can I try and do that?
You can try, but he's already kind of fading away. And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I have nothing to say.
All right. Good luck, Doc.
Yes.
You ain't crazy. You're dead.
And he just kind of.
Just
Just
the
then,
other ghost.
you sense right behind you is a police officer, ghost of
Yeah.
a police officer, and he's like, what the hell?
Hey. What was the guy's name? Somebody said it, I think.
Quinn. Officer Quinn.
Now, do I have to roll again for that ghost? Or
No.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Oh, jeez! It's Officer Quinn right there.
What? Where?
Right here.
There?
Officer, hey, I didn't do it. You did it to yourself. Why?
I don't know.
Gotta be a reason.
I don't know. I just sort of blacked out.
When did you black out?
As soon as I started making the collar on this car. He was driving pretty fast, so I was going to pull him over, and the next thing I know, I'm kind of watching myself from a distance do things.
Like what? You had somebody like took control? You sense anybody?
I don't know. I just felt like I was going to pass out. You know, like a tunnel vision
Okay.
when you're about to pass out. And I remember stopping the car and getting out of the car and shooting him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then shooting myself. And he looks down, he's like, damn it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. You don't know why you did that. You just felt somebody was in control. Is that what you're saying? I'm saying this out loud, Jim.
He's like, I don't know. I've never felt anybody in control of me. I don't know what you mean. I just feel like I was doing it, but I couldn't stop it.
Yeah, you couldn't stop yourself. It wasn't your fault, is what I'm saying. Don't. It wasn't your fault. Something was taken
As
care
soon
of.
as you say that, you notice he gets a little more dim, and his eyes, like the irises, they become like burning embers, like red, and he's like, somebody did this.
Yeah.
Somebody did this to me.
Do I know what that means?
He's becoming a wraith. He is going to be a spirit that is consumed by anger.
Okay.
So he's like, somebody did this.
So.
So I have unfinished business.
Hey, you got family? You got family?
I don't care about them.
Hold on.
He turns and fades.
Pretty good.
What happened? What happened?
He got angry. It's not a good thing. Well,
Why did he get angry? Because he shot himself?
yeah, somebody did it to him and he knows it now, so he's gonna go after him.
But he did it to himself.
Yeah, no, somebody was in control. Somebody, like he was in the tunnel and he was far away. Dang, sorry about that, but maybe you find the guy who did it and take care of him. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't care about my family. Man, what a jerk. Cops all the same.
So now what happens to that guy?
So while you're talking to the ghost, are you guys just listening to him, or are you doing anything?
No, I'm searching
Okay.
the car of the guy
Okay.
that crashed.
All right.
I do have
So let me back up to
Searching.
you. You have search? Mm-hmm. Okay. Go ahead and roll. Target number of 3. And what are you
3,
doing?
4 successes.
No, it's state your highest one.
What are you
Oh,
doing?
my highest is 7.
I've been standing there listening to him.
Okay, so you and Ernie are kind of going into
7.
the car. Well, Ernie's probably going to check the cruiser first, the police cruiser.
Okay.
But you go into the car. You got a 7 as your highest?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing you notice is that on the passenger seat, well, on the bench seat, it's not a passenger seat,
Yeah.
but on the bench, you see a wallet and a briefcase.
I'm going to look in the wallet.
Okay. In the wallet, it has an ID, like a Los Angeles driver's license for Dr. Albert Neiman. It also has about $500 in it with a scrap of paper.
Dang, I'm talking to ghosts. I gotta got the body.
Okay, no.
It says Doctor and the initials MS along with a phone number. Then there's Dr. RG along with a phone number. And then Lynch, CSG man with a question mark.
I'm going to put that in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm going to lay the wallet down and open up the briefcase.
Okay. It's just flip, flip. So you open up the briefcase. It's got file folders in there. There's like 4 file folders. So they're like manila folders, but one is thicker than the rest, the one on the bottom. So the first one has a name on it, Tess Michaels. You flip it open and look at, kind of get a brief. You can flip it open and take a brief look. It looks like she's being treated with experimental elixirs for insomnia.
Okay.
Okay. The next one says Mark Olson.
I'm speed reading these.
Huh?
I'm speed reading these
Yeah,
because I don't have a lot of time.
It looks like he's being treated with drugs for night terrors.
Night. Ooh, I know that one.
Okay. The next one is Nathan Snyder, acupuncture therapy for muscle spasms.
Okay.
And the last folder says Patient 9.
Planet
And it contains a lot
I think
of
it's not patient 10.
weird information and terminology that you're not quite familiar with. Do you have medicine, research, or occult?
I think, let me look here. Medicine, research, or occult. Don't have medicine. I should have research being a private eye, but I can't seem to find where it's at.
I don't think that's an actual.
Oh, it would probably be, oh God. Let me get a character sheet here.
Because that's not an actual skill.
Yeah, it should be. Blah, 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 blah.
Is occult also a skill that's not on the sheet?
That's when it's under academia.
Yeah.
You have to write it in if you have it.
I don't have it.
Okay.
Yay.
Yeah, research would be under
Hey,
like,
Anastasia.
professional
Anastasia.
research, or
It's under what?
it would be professional or trade.
Professional.
Yeah, professional. So if you don't have any of those, then
I'm going to take that file and put it and keep it.
okay.
The one with the lady that has the night terrors, I'm going to take that one too.
Okay. Oh, the guy, Mark Olson?
I thought you said it was a woman that had night terrors.
No, she had insomnia.
Insomnia. Oh. Like the act-
like the actor with Wraith Fiennes.
Great finds. That's one
I'm
fine.
going to continue looking around the rest of the the vehicle.
The rest of the
too.
vehicle's nothing major. I mean, there's nothing else in here. The glove box has, some slips of paper in it, but that's about it.
Nothing of any interest.
No, not
All right,
really.
I'll go back over to that police officer that's looking in the police cruiser.
Richards?
Richards, yeah.
Okay.
Like there's a
Actually, he's probably headed over to your car now, but
yeah,
you
I
can
turned
maybe-
over to him. Oh, there's a briefcase and his wallet in the front seat here. Not finding much of anything else though.
All right. I don't know what.
I didn't get a
Richards
chance to
does.
check the trunk.
Well, we can try. He
The
walks
keys
over.
are in it. So,
Yeah. He kind of comes over and puts them. Opens it. There's nothing in the trunk. There's a spare tire and a tire iron.
Oh my God! No,
He's like, well,
I don't understand this at all.
I don't either. That's Officer Quinn. And he says it with a little bit of distaste. And by this time, you guys are probably finishing up his conversation,
Would I know that name?
so you can hear it. You can roll your smarts. Well, how long ago did you get kicked off the force? Just recently?
Probably a few months ago.
Okay. You can roll target number of 9.
Hey, NC number 8, and he gave us a whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, NPC. 10 peppers. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Hot stuff.
It's been a while, man. I hope you're doing all right. We haven't heard from you for a short bit. No, I didn't get it. I
Okay.
didn't hit it.
Okay.
But they're all crap, so
Yeah. He says it with an obvious distaste.
I just-
Officer Jake Quinn. He's
not a good loss then.
Not really. Not really. A real piece of work, that guy.
No, we don't have to worry about them anymore now, do we?
No, but I'll have to break it to his wife.
I could do it if you need me to.
I think I better do it. It might,
I don't know.
well,
There he is.
But unfortunately, he took out Dr. Neiman from the what psychiatry thing was he at?
The hospital?
Yeah, which one?
Which hospital was it?
General Hospital.
Yeah, General Hospital. Yeah, that's stomach burns.
Yeah.
As the stomach churns.
Yeah.
So I got 2 folders
Hey, that cop lost his mind. Ha!
and $500. No, I'm kidding. I didn't take the money.
You what? Oh, it's still there. There's still $500 sitting in the freaking car.
There is.
I did not say anything about money.
No.
I know. You left the fight. Whoa! What are you
So,
doing?
yeah, he's a doctor at the General Hospital here in town.
So, what'd you get,
Huh?
Roberto?
Yeah, explain exactly what was going on. I only heard half the conversation.
All right. Well,
So
first off,
something about a Dr. Neiman?
yeah, the doctor was sitting there driving, and he didn't really say what was happening, but apparently, the cop started chasing him. He pulled over, and then basically told me who he was. He didn't really have a family or nothing, but his time was done. He was taken off. I didn't get much info out of him, but he was doctor at the General Hospital. He was some
Psychiatric ward?
yeah, psychiatric in charge of the Looney Tunes. But I don't know. I mean, I guess he's just some sort of doctor or something. But, said he didn't know what was going with the cop. Then he faded away. He had nothing left here. He said. Then the cop though. Then it was like he said it was like tunnel vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's just driving, and then he was starting. The guy was speeding. So he's like, I'm gonna pull over this jerk. So he's sitting there following him. And then he was like, kind of went away, like you're looking down a tunnel, like you're driving, but you're not driving. And next thing you know, he's can't take it over. And he remember pulling out his gun and whacking the guy. Then he whacked himself. And then I was telling him, well, who did this to you? And he realized, hey, somebody did this to him. So he turned into a wraith. So sorry, it's not my fault. I was telling him what was happening.
Well, I don't think that's necessarily your fault. If it was going to happen, it was going to happen.
Well, he was about to leave, but then I said, hey, I was going to tell him, don't worry, we'll figure out what happened. But he didn't care about his family. He was just, I'm going to take care of these
I look
guys.
over to that cop when
Yeah.
he says
As soon as
that.
you say he doesn't care about his family, you just kind of, Jesus.
Sounds like it's a problem you have in life as well.
I've got
It's Arthur and Brad,
what do I know about race? And just what you told me? Or?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
I don't
A
have to roll
ghost
for
that becomes a
anything.
wraith just is an angry ghost and can be kind of a hazard.
Anastasia says, hey, everybody.
Hey!
All affairs in order tonight, can finally relax. Thank goodness you're relaxing with us.
Yep.
But yeah, Ernie just kind of like, yeah, great.
Yeah, but now he's going to be out hunting for this. Whoever took care of him. So we gotta worry about that wraith now. But
Hey, NPC number 8, we have some new icons on our TikTok that you can play with too, that we made. So,
yeah,
With crowns.
yes. The blood of our enemy.
hey, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's what happened. I mean, he just took off like he had something to do and something to take care of. Thank you, it wasn't us. But yeah. But so he's going to be out there giving that person everything. But anyway, he was not in control. Somebody had taken over his body and done his thing. I've used that excuse with a couple girlfriends. Didn't work out. But I think this was for real.
It wasn't me, I
Don't think
swear.
we're interested in your girlfriends right now.
Yeah, well, that's good. That means more for
He
me.
said the Quinn became this wraith.
Yeah, his eyes turning red, beady red, flaming up kind of thing.
Nice icons. Number 8.
Murphy, the cop, is coming back. He's like, okay, we got backup on the way. They'll be here in a couple minutes. Ernie's
Do
like,
these? Does that? What's his name?
Richards?
The black cop.
Richards.
Richards. Does he? Do we know that he like knows?
He's one of those guys who's kind of like, I'm not sure what's going on, but he's dealt with you guys enough. He's got that attitude like, well, I don't know what's going on, but you guys are into this.
So it's kind of like the Ernie Hudson.
Yeah,
type
kind
guy?
of, yeah,
Okay.
kind of like the Crow, doing that walking against the wind shit.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy. I don't know what's going on, but if you can handle it, I'm good with it.
Paycheck in it, I believe it.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Thanks, Ray.
look, Murphy, you got this? He's like, yeah. He's like, I need to go with these guys. And I'll get a ride with these guys. You stay here. And he's like, where are you going? He's like, I got to go talk
Is
to...
this how you get rid of the candy? You just hey, you have this.
I got to go walk...
I gotta go water my plants. I gotta water my pants.
I got to go talk to Amy real
name?
quick. And he's like, oh, yeah.
Who's this?
He just, I got to go talk to Amy real quick.
Who says that?
Ernie Richards. He's like, I'll get a ride with these guys.
Ernie, I'll go with
You
you.
sure? He's like, yeah, okay.
We'll go do it, Ernie. I'll go with you.
Yeah, we're all going.
Yeah.
So he's like, walks away, tells people, get back, get back. And a lot of the people are just standing nearby, just like, what's going on? They have at least some respect. But you can hear sirens coming quickly in the distance. Ernie's kind of walking back to your cars, and he's like, Amy is Jake's wife, Jake
I know.
Quinn's wife.
Yeah.
I assumed.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. She's very meek. She's very mild. But I know
She's probably in a lot of relief that she's gone now.
he treats her pretty badly. So
This might be what she needs to get on with her life.
yeah, but this is more about that. This wraith. He became a wraith.
Yeah, it came with, but whatever. it
You
was.
know how to protect somebody against a wraith like that? Because I don't want him going after Amy.
Personally, I don't, but I'm sure my friends here can.
Will I roll or?
You can roll Colt.
I got a 3. A 3.
Okay.
Yeah, you just, eat some Wheaties.
I don't. The only thing I can do is shoot them, but my friends here might be able to give us a hand.
Yeah. You know that there are certain things you can do to protect a home from spirits, like, burning sage and doing stuff like that. If you really wanted to get all fancy about it, you can draw a protective circle around the house or around her or something. Like
I
ward
know how to
doors.
do that circle
You
stuff.
kind of have an idea, but you're like, I've never done it, so it's probably not going to work. But burning sage will keep wraith at bay, theoretically, evil spirits, that kind of thing,
Okay.
So, it would at least help.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, if we could stop somewhere and get some sage.
What, are you going to make a pasta?
What do you don't have it on
You
your?
going to make some sort of food or
You
something?
got some in your pocket?
Sage is not pasta.
Oh, yeah. Well, I never was good at cooking. It's in the
That's fine.
bedroom.
You consider your Italian.
No, but if you burn sage, the smoke from the sage will keep
No kidding.
spirits out. Rays in particular.
Rays? Oh, rays.
You can also try drawing a protective circle, but
Yeah, I can kind of do that stuff, but it don't last
you
forever.
think you can?
Yeah, but it's more like in the moment sort of thing. I've been able to keep upset.
This right here is a very good moment.
Nah. Yeah, but he's got to be there. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to be there all day long. All right, you got
No
to say
saying
it.
it is. It is.
Draw one then.
I could draw him. I could summon him. I could bring that son bitch to us.
Roberto.
No, draw a protective circle.
No, well, it only lasts a little bit, right? I'm testing the.
You would know with a cult, there are ones that last a lot longer.
Yeah, no, I'm saying with my powers.
Yeah, your powers, you might be able to do something, but
I have some of them, but they don't last for a long time. But what I'm trying to say is, if I'm there and he shows up, I can protect her for a short time. But for long time periods, I ain't gonna be able to help her. It's nothing like, you know.
The possibility is he might be there now.
You pull the gun and go, hey, back off.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Let's go. Let's go pick up some sand.
Yeah, I got no problem. I'm just explaining to you. I don't want to. What?
Let's just go.
All right, let's go.
While these guys go get their sage and his car, truck, whatever,
Yeah.
I will take Ernie over to Amy's place in my roadster, and we'll get there first, and he can start
okay.
talking with her. And
All right.
Well, how about I come along with them?
Yeah,
In
you can
case
go along.
something happens, I'm at least there. I can protect them.
And you know there's a place nearby that you can pick up sage, like almost like a general store.
I got a pretty
So we don't want to rob them for the sage.
Yeah.
We don't need him for that.
Yeah. So you stop at Ray's.
NPC and Ember.
Give me all your sage.
NPC says, oh, just drink some holy water.
Yeah. And me on the ghost. I'm gonna write my name in you.
Don't touch the streams.
Write my name in you.
So you guys stop at Ray's general store in a cult and pick up some sage. And you can head over. So you guys will get there a little bit first, but you guys are gonna pull right up behind them. So you guys get there to this nice little house,
Turn the siren
kind of in
on.
the suburb area, a suburb area. Pull up outside. Ernie gets out and walks up to the car with you and kind of knocks on the door. And after a moment,
It explodes.
you hear the door open. And there's a very plain, but in a cute way, kind of mousy-looking woman. She's maybe 5'3", like 98 pounds wet. And she's got her hair kind of done up. She looks nice.
Is she wet right now?
Well, maybe.
Moist.
She's dressed in the 1930s house dress and nice shoes and kind of comes to the door and she kind of looks and, oh, Ernie. He's like, Amy, and he takes his hat off. May we come in? And she's like, well, of course. He's like, there might be some more people joining us, just friends of mine. Yeah, he's like,
Smash.
Hey,
not again! Don't run into my roadster again!
I'll stay here and keep an eye out
okay.
for your friends. You know.
Yeah. Well, you're just getting out of the car. Well, you're here, so
Yeah,
you're
I
staying
was
out.
down.
Okay, so you stay out. He's like, takes his hat off, and he's like, well, can we come in? And she's like, of course, of course. I know you, don't I?
Reginald Braxton, man.
Oh,
It's like Tom
Yeah,
Cruise
sure.
shuts up your door.
yeah. He's like, oh, I've seen you on a movie poster.
Well, hopefully you've seen the movie.
I don't get to see movies too much.
We will now.
So she's like, well, please come in. So you guys walk in the house. He shuts the door behind
There's
you.
a bright glare that just showed up down there.
It's my-
Oh, I'm sorry.
So anyway, you guys pull up. You see the door close and Roberto's standing outside. So you guys can come on up to the lawn.
Did you murder them?
What?
Did you kill everyone inside the house?
No, I'm just
I
having
don't
a.
want to say that in front of the girl.
Oh, sorry.
I just staying out here in case there's something.
You're smoking some sage?
Yeah.
I understand.
Ernie comes out the door. I don't know what I'm doing. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody I
We
did.
lost another one.
Yeah.
So inside, well, you guys go on up to the door and
Yeah.
go on in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you all come in.
Do the secret knock.
She's sitting on the couch and he's kind of standing in front of her and he's like, okay. He's like, Amy, I have some bad news for you. She's like, what happened? He's like, Jake's been killed in the line of duty. And she kind of like, oh, and she gets very emotional. Roll your cognition.
Are we actually in there?
Yes.
Okay.
And if you want to use scrutinize, you may. But
I will scrutinize.
I'm going to
What?
With my 2D.
did you come into
Yeah, I just want to. Since they're all in there.
cognition and scrutinize if you have that, if you'd rather use that.
Only if it's really easy. Like
Keen add anything?
It actually isn't too bad. Keen
Do I
adds
have
+2 to all cognition checks.
All right, so scrutinize, I would just roll that. Right?
Oh, I do too. Keen adds what? Keen adds what?
+2.
13.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're riding with me. One second. When we're riding over, I'm going to hand him those 2 file folders that I pulled out.
Oh, okay.
These are 2 file folders that were in his briefcase. It seems very interesting. Look at the one that says patient number 9.
Roll occult. Or medicine, whichever's higher.
No, I don't have medicine.
Okay, so roll your occult.
And it's Sam Spade voice. The open door. She opens the door in a house dress. Do you know? Dress with a door.
Dress with a door in it.
So I love you, Simon.
That's awesome.
11.
Okay, so real quick before we get to that, on the way there, you're looking at the patient 9 folder and you roll an 11 on your occult. Okay, you're kind of looking at this and you're like, this is really more than just a file folder. It refers to results of an intense stimuli test on psychic abilities. The tests seem to be very harsh in their description, but there are notes on the subject showing a very promising measure of improvement. There's a mention of a Dr. Gray. The person is a she who seems to have been assisting patient 9 at one point, and she with his tests and treatment. And at one point, she expresses concern that they're pushing the subject too hard, and he may end up like 3 and 8. But apparently, Dr. Neiman took that into consideration, but felt that it was necessary to continue due to his superior's instructions.
So this she is the person that's writing the report?
No, Dr. Neiman wrote the report, but
Okay.
he is apparently working with a Dr. Gray, who is a she.
Okay.
And she's like, I don't know if we should do this. He's going to end up like 3 and 8. And he's like, no, they say we should keep going. I think we're doing, he's showing improvement in his testing.
Okay.
So it's just kind of an odd, and it's all written in like that terminology of extrasensory potential and, telekinetic this and psychokinesis that. You are like, I don't even know what those words mean, but
That's fine.
with a cold,
Hand
you're
her
like,
the folder.
okay, that's
So
interesting.
it sounds like they're trying to do some sort of experiment and pushing people to develop.
Maybe,
They're making mutants.
maybe.
Sweet.
So, but yeah, he just says Dr. Gray. You don't know who that is. Rob, do you remember your note? Make a smarts check to remember that you have a note, a scrap of paper.
Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone, we had a bunch of.
That's what I was trying to reference was the
Yeah.
anagrams on that to what was in the folder. So
Well, there's a Dr. RG.
RG. Okay. So do I need to
And a-
do
and
the
a-
scrutinize or?
No, Dr. MS, Dr. RG, and Lynch, CSG man with a question mark.
What is CSG man?
What's
So
that?
This one, I'll show him the piece of paper. This was in his wallet, and it looked like a key to identifying who the people might be in those folders.
Make a smarts check. If you have anything like streetwise, not really streetwise, so
Nah, I don't have anything.
Yeah,
other
just
than
smarts.
Smarts.
So,
19.
19. Yes,
Much better views there.
CSG man. Well, that's probably a Confederate States government agent. G man.
Oh, we're still split then, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Union
forgot,
and
yeah.
the Union
Union and the
and the
Confederacy.
Confederacy, but Las Vegas is still part of the disputed territory.
right.
Okay.
So yeah, Lynch, CSG man sounds like Confederate States government man, government agent.
Is that just a name on
That's
there?
all there is, and a
Oh,
question
okay.
mark.
Oh, the
is
question
this- Who is this? What is
And
this?
this, who had this? The cop or the?
The doctor had it in his
Doctor had
wallet.
it in his wallet. Yes.
Oh, that's the Confederate States.
I figured as much.
Union.
Right.
And then Dr. RG. Well, he mentions Dr. Gray. That must be.
Oh, Dr. Gray. That's what the RG is. I don't know what her first name is, but it's a Gray, I believe. Maybe, perhaps.
There is a phone number after each of those doctor names, though.
We can call him if we need to.
Oh, is there two different names?
Yes.
Oh, one is the Lynch and one is the Gray.
And then there's Dr. MS with a phone number.
Oh, okay, well, the MS one I don't know about.
Figured I had more time to sit and look through these files once we get situated. Oh, we're here.
Yep. So back inside, who made their scrutinized rolls?
I got 7.
You got 7.
You got one.
You got
3.
okay.
I got 7.
You had a
13.
13.
Yeah.
You got a 7. Okay.
Well, 9. But
You're probably thinking about the note or maybe something like that, but you guys are like, she starts to kind of cover her mouth and it looks like she's crying. She's actually giggling. She's kind of like a nervous laugh. And Ernie just kind of looks at her and just kind of looks at you guys like,
congratulations, ma'am.
okay. She actually snorts and my absence is, I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry.
Well, we've all known them.
Apparently not.
Ernie's like, you don't have to apologize to me, Amy. I know the guy was a no good Nick. He was lazy. He was, and is it true? Are you okay? She's like, I am. I never really got a chance to fight back too much, but I've been practicing. He's like, practicing? She reaches under the couch cushion and pulls out like a knife. And she's like, I'm sort of getting better.
Holy moly, lady.
Wait, Amy? She's like, I was really worried that he was going to go too far sometime.
You don't have to worry about it now. In fact, you're gonna get on with a better life, I'm sure, without them.
What was this creep doing to you, lady?
Simon said it was spotty at work too.
Probably not very appropriate to ask that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Really, what I want to know is how are you practicing? What are you practicing? You like,
There's a guy tied up.
What's in your basement? He's like, well, basically a scarecrow. He never goes in the basement. So I went down there and in one of the corners in one of the old storerooms, I talked to some people, some girls who are friends with cops, and
there's a whole town of girls just stabbing scarecrows.
It's like some horror movie stuff.
He's like, you wouldn't be surprised how many women are battered by their police husbands.
Actually,
it ain't just us law-abiding citizens.
No, I'm pretty sure it
Give
happened.
me a break.
You have no chance. Sorry.
Huh?
You're not my type.
No, I'm saying the
No.
police beating up on women. I mean, beat up on everybody.
We have to protect ourselves.
So now it's going to be a little bit easier for you. Just don't marry another cop.
Ernie kind of leans over to you. Are you sure? So yeah,
I walk around there with my thing, can't tell, hey, how you doing?
Waiting
Yeah.
this thing around
if you want to
again.
burn sage, that
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to explain that to her. Like, you
she's
know,
kind of like, okay.
We're just going to make sure that nothing happens.
Yeah, and Ernie basically is like, look, we're just going to do this. It's a precaution. You never know what kind of weird things happen. There have been a lot of weird happenings in Las Vegas, and we just want to make sure you're safe. And she's like, sage, isn't that like kind of a old-fashioned remedy for something? He's like, sort of.
and it smells very nice.
Why, but it works.
She's like, okay.
I'd make sure to keep it with you in whatever room you go to.
Okay.
So,
Where's some
and you
garlic
probably,
in your
probably got a couple of different like sticks or something like that.
Yeah.
that-
So you can walk around the house with one and give her a couple extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I go down to the basement and talk to spirits and look at this
Okay.
scary.
Well, when you go down there are no spirits here. When you do the cleanse gateway, it will draw spirits to it.
right.
So when you go down, you're gonna go into the basement because
Yeah.
it'll cover like the whole house.
Yeah, whatever I got to do.
So you go in the basement, you're
Plus
kind of
the
like,
stage too.
yeah. So you go in, the spirits kind of come in. As you think about it, you see
Maybe a couple of girls from the cemetery, we helped out.
that's too far away.
Ah, dang it, no.
But you do get a couple ghosts who show up. One is kind of a kindly old man. Looks like he's in his early hundreds. So he's kind of like, do you see the movie Frighteners?
Yeah.
Remember the judge?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
But he's got like this prospector's kind of hat and like these bib overalls, and he looks just very ancient. And he's actually got like a pickaxe strapped to his back. And he's like, what y'all need help with? And the other guy looks like probably a guy in his late 50s, and he's dressed in more of a nice black suit. And kind of shows up and he's like, "Oh, the Quinn's place. I've only been here once. We were neighbors for a while, and I had a heart attack a couple months ago. So,
You probably know her.
well, the wife seemed nice, and Prosper. Oh, it's a lady. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so the guy passed, but he turned into a wraith, so he's angry.
The guy in the black suit's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. And the prospector's like, grabs his pickaxe. Yeah, I know about them. What do you need us to do? Keep them out?
Yeah, well, he almost made me go.
Go into the prospector place?
Yeah, that's what you need to do there, buddy.
I'll make sure he possesses you later.
So somebody basically caused him to take his own life, you know what I'm saying? But he said somebody's in control. Well, when he found out about that, his eyes turned red to that wraith. Apparently, he beat up his wife quite a bit. So
The guy in the suit's like, oh, I should have known. I should have done something.
well, now, that's paid. Hey, now you can. You can protect
You're
this
right.
lady from him. So
You're right.
yeah,
And we'll do it.
yeah,
And the prospector's like, yeah, we'll do it.
yeah. And then she ain't see you, so shower time. I ain't saying nothing, but
I'm glad I'm not there.
We'll do it for her, not for you.
I know. I'm just saying. I mean, if you need, I don't.
We can keep out evil spirits with
Yes.
this, right? Yes. So if you spy on her showering, we get to bash you in the head. The prospector, with my pickaxe.
Yeah, that's an agreement. That was a test. You guys passed. You guys are honorable men, and I'm glad to have you here.
Good. Get out.
All right, thanks.
So,
Hey, don't worry.
hang around the basement for a while and kind of watch for the bad
Yeah.
guy.
Hey, don't worry. There's a couple fellas here going to be watching out for you, and don't worry about taking a shower. Oh, I guess I'd have smoke.
She's like, understand
Little
that.
fellow.
No, we just,
Ernie's like, he's under arrest.
yes, he's from the crazy house.
I'll help you.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
He sees things.
if you need anything, ma'am, I hand her my business card.
Okay.
Let us know.
Why, thank you.
Probably saw the scarecrow.
I bow. And then,
Oh, yes. I'm probably sorry about that. And yeah, when you went down there was basically some bed sheet stuff with straw.
Yeah.
But they're like, it's the old training. And you notice it has a bullseye taped on it or painted on its chest. And like a badge drawn here with a little angry face. So and it's got stab wounds and straw sticking out. With like, wow.
obviously, this was the anger.
Good thing he never went down in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never went there, she said, so.
Honey, why is there a straw dummy of a police officer down there?
Stab wounds.
Oh, so I learned how to serve tea better.
Oh, okay.
I use it to sew your shirts on, and sometimes I slip with the needle.
A lot.
Oh, wow. It's a big needle.
Crochet needle?
You love to play with a hole through it. See?
So anyway, she takes the sage and thanks you for that, and you guys can... Ernie's like, well, if you need anything, let us know, so...
Two of these.
That's
basically-
that's two. That's two.
I give her my card and,
Yeah.
and let her know that. Then I step outside.
In case you might need a cleansing.
Really
Well, you guys exit the house.
I don't like those kind of things.
So, Harry, what's the lowdown on
It's the cherry filling.
these things from the hospital?
You don't know anything about these files in the hospital. I didn't show them to you.
Oh, you haven't well,
No.
You said you found the files while he was standing there.
Oh, were you with me when I was looking at them?
Well, everybody was standing at the back of the car, and like, I found these files in the briefcase. Yeah, or there were files in the briefcase.
Well, anyway.
So,
I don't know. They're, our good friend here has deciphered the one that says patient number 9. The other one I just had interest because she has night terrors.
Looks like they were doing some.
He has night terrors.
Looks like they were doing some experiments. This does it say what the doctor's name was?
Neiman.
That's the dead guy, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is his.
This is his folder.
It looks like he was doing experiments on people, trying to turn people kind of like into Roberto.
But worse.
Really?
Anyway, there's a Dr. Gray and there's a G-man that works for the Confederacy
The G-Man.
that he was in contact with.
That makes sense.
somebody else, an MS. What would it say in front of it?
Doctor.
Oh, another doctor. MS, but I don't know who that is. Perhaps we can go talk to this Dr. Gray to start with. She was in on the experiments.
G-Men.
Confederate G-Men.
That's even worse. Well, a few nights ago, there was a fire out at the warehouse district down by the factories. An old warehouse had caught fire, and we were asked to go out there, and we were met by some government agents who said not to worry about it. That it was taken care of. And the fire was pretty much put out in short order. They told us not to go any farther. So if there's government involvement in this, I'm not going to be of much use.
Well, I'm not.
All right.
You might not be, but I can.
Yes. I can find out what I can. I can keep my ear out in the station house, see if any G-men show up.
We're gonna go take a look at the burned
That's
down
an
place.
interesting remark. We don't get a lot of them here in Vegas, but they do come through. We know they have come through, but
Well, you can almost guarantee that if they're doing up to something and everything's okay, then it's something that's not okay.
well, yes, but our hands are tied.
Right, what was at this warehouse?
You, I don't know.
It was just, we don't know. It was just an old warehouse that apparently caught fire. We expected it to be an accident or arson. But on our way out there, we were stopped by a few vehicles, and some men in suits got out and told us not to worry about it. They showed their credentials, and they have jurisdiction over us, so we didn't worry about it.
Well, we don't have jurisdiction
We didn't
over it.
respond to it. Let us say that some of us worried about it. Most of us did not.
Sounds like it's something worth looking into.
That could be anything, though. I think we should call this Dr. Gray first.
Well, if there's a number there. If you would like
Pull out
to,
my
We
cell
can use the bat phone.
if you would like to take me to the police station, I can allow you to use the phone there.
Fair enough.
But before actually calling or cold calling, I would suggest we go down to the hospital and check the directory board.
We can do that first.
Okay. Yeah, if it's on the way to the police station, so.
We maybe would figure out who.
Besides, I don't want to
MS is.
Probably not a good idea to go to that police station where there's, no offense, but there's a lot of corrupt people down there.
And if I go
that is
walking
a
in,
fact.
they're definitely going to have something to say.
Well, let's go to the police. Let's go to the hospital. You can drop me there, and I can walk back to the police station from there.
Take it back to the police
Well,
station.
we can
Don't worry about it.
He's got his own car, doesn't he?
No, he had to ride with you
okay.
guys.
Well, we just drop him off at the police station.
Okay. So he's like, well, of course, you fellows need me for anything, call the police station and ask for me directly. I'll keep my ear to the ground and see if I
Stay
can hear
safe.
any
Keep
more
your nose
about this
clean.
stuff. Yeah, I'd say the same to you too, but I know you will.
Nah. What a fun not to. You got me here in the first place.
You drop Richards off at the police station, go over to the hospital. In the hospital, you get in through the not the lobby, but like the emergency room doors kind of thing. You go into the hospital. They do have a directory up on the wall. So if you guys stop and look, you see all kinds of doctor names listed, but you do see a Dr. A. Neiman. And next to his name, it's psychiatry.
Dr. A. Lien.
Is there not a Dr. Gray?
Doesn't look like it, but you know there's two other hospitals. But it's kind of unusual that she wouldn't be at the same hospital.
Well, either way, there's probably be a phone up in his
It's
office.
not unusual
More than likely.
to be loved by anyone.
His office is up on the 3rd floor.
Unless you guys have something else in mind, go check out his office, and if we
That
have to, we
sounds
can
a
call
good
Dr. Gray
idea.
from there.
Okay. Take
Sounds
the
like a good idea
elevator.
to me.
Take the elevator and a little arrow. Ding. Get on the elevator and go on up. 3rd floor. It opens up. It opens up onto a regular, almost like a regular wing of the hospital. It's kind of quiet up here. You do see double doors way down at the end of the hall. On your way down that way, there's doors on either side. There's a hallway that shoots off to the right with a couple more doors down there. Down that way, it looks like there is a nurse's station at the end of that hallway. So, but you kind of look at the numbers on the door next to you. Mm-hmm. Dr. Neiman's office is probably down this hallway, about halfway down the hall.
Okay. Make our way down that way. And
Okay.
Probably like if someone's around, just cover for me.
Shoot them?
And I'll try. No. Cover,
Scream.
and I'll try and open the door if it's locked.
Nobody's really in the hallway at the moment. As you get down to where you're like, that must be his office, you do see a doctor come around from out of the double doors. 2 doctors. They get the white coats and everything. They kind of walk by and they're talking, looking at a file. They kind of look at you gentlemen, kind of like nod. Just kind of like, okay, they must supposed to be here. They walk by. As they walk by, you hear one of them go, "Is that Reginald Braxton?"
Yeah.
No, not possible. So,
I always think Reginald Braxton to see a psychiatrist.
yeah. Oh, he must be researching a movie.
Yeah.
So those guys walk on by. So as you wait by, you go up to his door, try it. It's actually unlocked.
Oh, all right.
I was hoping to pick a lock.
I was gonna
Hey.
pick the lock.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I know. Didn't even see me do it.
No, you're a magician. You should go on stage. Yeah, poof.
I'll keep watch.
It's like my hopes and dreams. I've ever thought at 6
Oh, wait, no.
o'clock.
No, I'll keep watch. Yeah, investigate the office.
Yep. So who else going in the office?
I'll go in the office.
Okay. All right. Everybody can go in the office because once you close the door.
No one's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So all right.
Well, until they hear us
Like
talking.
it's the 1930s. It's not today. There's not a security guard walking around.
I'll lock the door either way.
Pull the shade down on the door.
Okay. So you guys walk in. That's basically
All right, I'm gonna
doctor's
put my
office.
one-man band outfit on as we walk around.
There's a desk, couple file cabinets in here. There's a couple extra chairs, for consultations and stuff like that. Probably pot plant in the corner. Little green
Pot plant in the corner?
green shaded lamp on his desk. The old style radiator in the corner. He's probably got on one of the filing cabinets is like your bowl, almost like the old hotels in the old
Oh, right,
West,
right.
the water bowl for washing his hands in case he needs to do something. So, where do you guys go?
Actually,
I see the.
see if we can find something more on that patient 8, like where he's at or if he's still alive.
I'll start digging through the file cabinets.
I'll start with the desk and check appointment things and
Oh.
calendar and
Does the door lock on the inside?
I already locked it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay, at the desk, there's a calendar and stuff, but it looks for general stuff, 6 o'clock appointment, blah 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 blah. Don't forget these tests, things like that. It doesn't seem like there's anything unusual that you can tell. You've probably done enough research for movies hanging around doctors. This is a doctor's calendar. In his desk, you see a lot of file forms and prescription forms and notepads, but doesn't look like anything too out of the ordinary. The bottom desk drawer on the left is locked. So the filing cabinets, as you start opening them up, it's all alphabetical. There's numbers, and you're kind of like, okay, P for patient. Numbers 1 through 10. You're kind of looking around. You don't see any. It's going to take you at least 45 minutes to an hour to go through all these filing cabinets.
Well, and I'm just quick scanning. I'm not.
Just taking your best
digging
guess, trying to start where you think what might be. You're not finding anything.
Can I help him?
Yeah, you can help him. Same thing. So it's going to take a
Work
while.
on they can unlock this bottom drawer.
No. If I hear that, then I'll, just a second and I'll step down and.
Okay.
I gotta start reaching for my gun. I'm like, yeah, let him do it first.
11.
Okay. You're like, can you unlock this?
I do it with
Click.
I do it with my foot.
Yeah. You just tap tap. Yep, it's unlocked. So, the file folders, you kind of take a look. You're not seeing anything that matches what you're looking at. It all looks like just regular patient forms, really. Roberto, what are you doing?
So he's looking over the desk.
They're looking in the filing cabinet. There's some nice pictures on the wall. Almost like
Let's see if he's got a safe.
yeah, there's one right across from his desk. That's kind of a nice landscape. You lift it. It's like the first one. You're like, yeah, there's a safe.
Yep.
So you can take that off the wall.
I can't like take it off and then
Okay.
move the painting off.
As you look in that drawer, you're like, aha, here's some, whoa. It's photos of like Betty Page photos. Ooh. Yeah. Like different forms of bondage going on, naked girls, that kind of thing. It's like, ooh, wow, that's very interesting, but not exactly what we're
What is
looking
this?
for.
What is this flashlight in here that doesn't turn on?
Doesn't it just kind of vibrates? It doesn't emit any light.
This is the weirdest flashlight I've ever seen.
So it's a lot of stuff like that with flyers for like local adult shows and stuff like that, you know.
Doctor
live
was a
shows
freaky
and-
monkey.
Yeah.
So you do find a pair of handcuffs in there. But, you know, that's about it. So
Is there a set of keys with it?
yes, there is.
I will go ahead and take those.
Okay. They've got hearts engraved on them and
I was like,
Coach, you got there.
It's so sexy.
the fluffy pink stuff around the edge.
hold on, I'll take this guy into my captivity.
To confess. Do I have to bring out the French tickler? Oh la la. La la la.
So you find the safe and you're gonna try and open the safe.
I'll try and open it. Okay. I
Just
kind of
target number is gonna be 9 on this one.
give me a little bit quiet here. I gotta, because it's like probably a combo
Yeah,
lock thing.
exactly.
Help! Now I'm gonna run it.
Sorry, I had too many bangers of mash.
I'm thinking this is a good thing.
17.
Okay.
And then I've got mechanically inclined. Does that give me the bonus on that?
Yes.
So that's 19.
Okay. Give me some quiet because it's open.
It's a number underneath that. There's 2 1 2. Yeah.
He flips the knob over like in the lock school. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, you pop that thing open real quick. You're like, security. You know?
Holy cow, man! Jeez.
So you
It is what I do for a living.
I know, but man.
at least put it underwater so it's a challenge. So you open the
Next
thing.
time you can blindfold me.
Yeah, there's some more files in here, and you notice there's also a small like journal. So as you pull the
journal?
files out, you do see there's only 3 files. There's another patient 9, patient 3, patient 8, and you can tell there were files in here at one point, but they're gone. Like there were more, and then there's
Probably like the ones that we have.
no.
Okay.
Like you're assuming there was at least 1 through 9,
Oh, okay.
and like 1, 2, the rest of them are all seem to be missing. There's a small black journal in there as well.
What is? It's like bottling fog over here.
What?
Bottling
It's like
fog
bottling
over
fog,
here.
Bottling
over
fog,
here.
yeah.
So it's foggy over there.
Oh,
He's in England.
We're referring to the network being spotty.
Yeah.
Oh. English things.
yeah. So anyway, what do you look at first, or do you pass it out so everybody looks?
Yeah, I
something
kind of pass it out. I kind of move and put it over on the desk and everything. It's like, I'll probably go look at the black book.
Okay. For anybody who picks up the folders on 3, 8, and 9,
Yeah.
it's a lot more of that gobbledygook, but it's more complete. So as you're kind of looking, it's like, okay, they have some like descriptions of patient 3 and 8 and 9, but it's not physical descriptions. It's just like patient 3 found in a homeless shelter. Patient 8 came in complaining of headaches. Patient 9 brought in, and it says by police in quotation marks. So you know where they were found, and then it goes on to talk about like some sort of mental potential, looking into it. It's more of the same. They found these people. They seem to have some sort of mental abilities beyond normal, and they've put them under testing, like this rigorous testing. And some of it is like one of them, well, all 3 of them have a sheet where it says pain index test. It's like,
A couple Waverly lines.
yeah, there were ones like that, you know, the card test, and it talks about how they were able to predict which card was coming next. There's a couple that are like the pain index test is like, well, we put them under, talks about injections and maybe like electroshock therapy, and their abilities were still prevalent afterwards or before or during, you know, just stuff where you're like, what is this? And it was like, they all showed promise and progress somehow is whatever they were doing. So it was very interesting. The Black Book is kind of not really a journal so much as like a black book of notes, phone numbers, names. There is a Dr. M. Sloan written in there. He seems to be a superior. He's head of project, it says.
At this hospital?
It just says head of project. And then Dr. A.R. Gray, which you find out her name is Rachel, and a phone number for her, which matches the phone number for you. Very competent assistant from Mercy Hospital. And with Dr. M. Sloan, it says prestigious medical background, may have to look into later. Not familiar with him. Seems very, very competent and very knowledgeable about the subjects we're testing. Or the subject matter we're testing. And then toward the back of the journal, there's other notes about things like that, you know. Patient 1, there is one note you find that says patient 1 didn't make it. That's all it says. But then at the end it says finally met Lynch, government man, question mark, involvement, question mark, superior, underlined.
Okay.
And then it says U.S. agency, question mark. So that's basically the best information.
Might be
you get.
dealing with a turncoat.
Well, maybe there's somebody that we're investigating him, and he's just not too sure. He suspects one of them was for Confederacy. Now he
Trying
probably,
to recruit him.
and it's possible that he's wondering if there's the U.S. equivalent is also investigating him, or perhaps
No cash in here.
he's getting recruited. Who knows?
About $300.
I'll sleight of hand that way. While I'm in the safe.
I'd say that too, buddy. Any cash in there?
Yes, there is some cash in there.
Well, he ain't using it.
I didn't slide it. Go.
Yeah, I mean, take it if you want, whatever.
I ain't rich like you fellas.
I don't know how much money I make. I'll give him 200. I'll keep the other 100 for myself.
Okay.
Hot damn. All right.
I might need to build a new grave or something like that.
Hey, I'll get him in there. If you get fined, eat it.
That's for me.
I'll get you in there.
Exactly.
So,
And we're gonna need all these photos.
You can keep those for yourself.
Yeah, evidence.
That's what you want to call it?
Yeah, well, we don't want him having any, thinking bad about him. I mean,
Okay, so you share this information out of the journal?
Yeah.
Well, at least we know where Dr. Rachel Ray is.
Rachel Ray. Rachel Gray.
Rachel Gray.
hey, this one ain't natural.
yeah.
I don't think you people can bend that way.
Actually, they can.
Mercy Hospital.
Well, it also has a phone number for her.
Yeah, I'm going to look for a phone.
The question
there's a
I had
phone right
is,
on
when
the
are all these experiments taking place?
I was hoping we'd find out in his file, but it doesn't really say, though, does it?
Not really. It just says facility. It ever mentions a
Is
facility.
there an address book?
No, there wouldn't be an address book for this.
I go and pick up the phone,
Okay.
and I call her number.
Okay.
Wait.
Operator, you get that.
Operator. I'd like to connect me with 1-800-555-6000.
Oh, you're in Dr. Neiman's office. Hold on. See, you're switching the cables, and after a moment it rings. And
Bring, bring,
rings about
bring.
3 times.
bring, bring.
And it picks up, and you hear a woman say hello.
Hi, this Dr. Gray, Rachel Gray.
Click.
Dial operator again.
Okay. She connects you again.
Because I just called into the switchboard here. That number that I gave you, does that go to Mercy Hospital? Or does that go somewhere else?
Let me check. No, that goes to the Sunset Hotel.
All right, could you ring it one more time for me, please?
Hold, please.
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Oh, sorry.
Interesting that it went straight
hang
to the
up.
room and not the desk first.
NBC number 8. How rude.
We're just gonna call about our car insurance.
Mike, what's going on there?
What's what?
On the
Just
What's on your computer? That giant bug walking around. Well, gentlemen, I think maybe perhaps we should go.
inactivity. If you're not touching stuff, it'll.
Perhaps we should go to the Sunset Motel.
Yes,
I think we better hurry up and get there at this point.
we might have spooked her already.
Should have asked the operator if she knew what room she was ringing.
I don't know if they would know.
No caller ID back then. LOL.
Yeah.
That was NBC that said that.
Would they know?
No.
No? Okay.
It just connects to a phone number. And it's one of those ritzy hotels where they have phones in every room. You know,
I know they have
still
connected.
modernized
Yeah.
a little bit.
Off we go.
Okay. So you guys head out of the hospital. You're walking back across the parking
Make sure
lot.
to set everything back where it was.
That's fine. Head back across the parking lot. It's kind of, the parking lot's kind of empty now because it's about 9 o'clock, almost 9:30. So you got to kind of walk across the empty parking lot over to your car. Some of it's cleared out. As you start walking to the other parking lot, it is kind of, it's not the best part of town, but it's not bad. But as you kind of come out between the buildings, there's an alley that goes to the parking lot, and as you come out of that alley, there's like a rail yard right there. There's a rail,
Rail service.
yeah,
Yeah.
for like the rail yards freight. As you guys come out, you hear a bunch of guys. Well, you hear a voice, and you can hear a couple people. Hey, fellas, you look like you got money. Can you spare, brother? Can you spare a dime? And you hear a snick of knives.
It's in the room!
I say, sure.
Hotel, or are we at the hospital?
You're in between the hospital and the parking lot where you had to park.
Okay.
All right. So. Okay.
And as they kind of come out, you see down the tracks coming this way is a freight train, and it looks like it's going to kind of go by you. But they're on the tracks, or not on the tracks, but you guys are watching. So we just wait. You're on the tracks, and they've pretty much stopped you.
All right. I says, "Hey, fellas, what's this all about? You don't want to start messing a little bit with the Portino family, do you? And I have renown one in the underground,
Okay.
and I have the voice and the stare.
Of an angel.
Yes, and you know, I hate to have you cut you into pieces and the rest of your family, and I'm gonna roll that.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
now, do I get a bonus with my renown, or should they
No.
have to roll?
No, they can roll to see if they know you, and they do.
I got an 11.
Ooh. 16.
Ooh, damn.
These guys, do you pull out your pistol?
I
No.
No.
Okay.
Down. I just had my hat.
Okay, so when they do that, they're like, "Oh, you're with one of the families, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that means you probably got plenty of dough. And we're really, really desperate, boys." And they kind of put the knives away and start to pull out pistols. they're like,
Good job, Roberto.
looks like the freight train will cover some screams and gunshots if we got to take it off your dead bodies.
I pull out my shotgun that's in my
Okay.
thing and just cock it. Like, sure enough.
Do we go to rounds?
Nope. Basically, the guy's like, "Oh, you got a shot." And he walks onto the tracks. Two others kind of like, "Billy, what are you?" And they walk onto the tracks. And the other 5 guys are like, "Guys, what are you doing?" And that train's barreling down. And if they stop and look, I mean, unless you want to pull a miracle, they're going to get hit by a train. So if you want to try something to save these guys, you can.
How far away from them am I?
Well, the train is coming. It's like from me to that wall is where the train, because they were like, oh, this will cover up the sound. And you pulled the shotgun, and they just immediately start walking. And they are like, from me to you, I just walk over in front of that train.
Can I get to one of them to knock them off the pull them off the
You can try, but if
just-
you fail, you might get hit by the train. Because they're moving onto the tracks in the middle of the tracks quick.
Right. Well, I'm just going to try to body tackle them is what I'll do.
Okay.
And
Now
knock
don't
them.
forget, like I said, if
you fail, you
fail,
Yeah, I
you could
understand
get
that,
train.
but these guys are acting a lot like what is going on with the other people.
But
so-
again, they're not very savory people. What do you?
But I'm going to attempt to save one as
You're
well.
gonna try and grab them as well? How about you guys?
There's a third guy too.
There's a third guy.
I got quick-
I've got bravery and I got death wish. So yeah, I'm gonna try.
We got Death Wish too. Well, you're going.
Right.
All right.
I've got brave.
Blackouts.
So what I'm gonna do is like, I'm like, at first I'm like, yeah, go ahead, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? So I'm going to try and grab them if they fail.
Okay.
I have Luck of the Irish
Okay.
is one, and Sand is 2. So that
Luck
would
of
be...
the Irish only allows you to grab an extra chip at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, whoops.
grab a chip.
Throw me a chip, would you?
Oh, okay.
And what are we rolling here?
Okay. So first of all,
Probably quickness, right?
here would you?
Quickness and street fighting, maybe?
Off one. And I've got the big britches, so I have to do this.
Ooh, a red one. Gross.
So let's see. Quickness because they're not
Technically, I don't think we have to do anything because they're bad people. But
right. Quickness, you don't need to roll because they're just literally walking there. You're just trying to grab them. It's not like you're trying to catch them.
Okay.
But you are going to have to make a.
But I'm trying to do this as a stunt.
Okay, well, yeah. Stunts don't work. If you're thinking exalted, no.
No. I have a stunt as a skill.
Right. So you can use fight and wrestling, or I will allow
fighting
fight
at?
and brawling if you're going to tackle them or knock them down.
Where's fighting at?
it's under nimbleness.
Middle of the sheet down.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Your target number.
Would escapology work?
Not really.
Okay.
You're going to need a target number of 11.
Well, this was stupid.
Can he use his stunts? Because
Yeah, is your
I
stunt
think, yeah,
under
you
fight and stunt? Yeah, you can use that
Can I burn a chip?
if you wish.
You can do it. Well, roll and you can spend it. You add it too.
I think I was an 8.
Okay.
okay, so you need
Hold on,
to
let me make it.
Okay, hold on.
And dice is dirty.
Oh, hey, what, you got open your dice?
19.
14.
14, okay, and 8. All right. So you're going to kind of tackle the guy?
Try to go, just let momentum push us off the tracks, you know?
Okay, so you manage to not trip or get knocked behind, so you take your guy and jump off as the train passes your heels. You rolled a
19. So I'm kind of like tackle him at the midsection, and then I'm going to try and move my body so that we roll together, and I'm going to let him land first.
on the other side of the train. Okay, so you can do that. You go to grab the guy and you stumble on the tracks and you're like, crap.
Can I grab him?
Well, you can spend a chip. You didn't go bust. If you want to spend a chip and make it, you can. If
Now
you
white
wanna-
re-rolls.
No,
No.
white adds a dice.
No.
white adds another die, but
Oh.
it just like you had an extra
Like you
die
roll
in it.
one, you got to roll it.
A red will let you add to the highest one you have,
But
I
use
get
your
a
own
chip. A blue will let you roll and add to the highest one you have, but I don't get a chip.
Yeah. And once you spend a lower, if you spend a higher chip, you can't go back and spend a lower chip.
So if you spend a blue and rolled a 2, you'd have to spend another blue to try and get above 11.
So, okay, so red, I can do another die to add to the other.
You're 8.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm spending red.
And that means I get a chip for the bag. Yeah.
That's why I don't like reds. That's why I don't like red chips. Helps out the DM. Boom.
Oh, man.
I like the other one better.
Was that?
Well, the other one was up on top the other day. We got a 1.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so you can spend another red chip or you can spend a blue chip and see if you can get above it.
So 9.
9.
9
There you
and
go.
a half, 18.
So yeah,
Right, I almost falling like, oh no, then I'm like, oh,
stunt work is like superfluous. So you flip and just kind of like roll into the guy, grab him by the lapels, and flip him over, like over your back,
on your feet.
and stand and bring him
Vince,
roll to a
professional
kneeling
wrestling.
position.
And Mary Lou Retton.
Jackie Chan, eat your heart out. Now,
The first action.
you saw him about to trip.
Yeah.
Are you going to try and go and help him? Because if you do, you don't have to. But if you think you go to help him, my suggestion, just like and just run.
They might be
Past the other
NPC,
train,
that's why we're
be
trying
on the
to save
same
them.
side as these
Right.
guys.
So if I went, so I'm basically trying to grab him. So
Well, it's almost like. How do I describe it? Oh, Reginald's gonna trip. Oh, he recovered. I'm just gonna keep going
Right.
on the train.
okay.
So you can do that. So you're on the same side.
Okay.
Okay. So
So all 3 guys got saved.
all 3 guys got saved, and all 7 of you are on this side of the
Right.
train. The other 5 guys that were trying to mug you are on the other side of the train. So there's a train between you,
Yeah.
and you don't know what they're doing. They might be booking, they might be waiting, but you've got several cars. So you can move off to the side, kind of shout a little bit over the train.
Hey, you all right? Hey.
They kind of snap to.
Well, as they're doing that, I'm pulling the guns off of them and sticking them in my.
Oh yeah, disarm them for sure.
All right.
You all right, man?
They kind of slap too, and they're like, the first time it's like slap, slap, slap. Oh, what the? Everybody make a cognition check. You can just a cognition check to see if you notice it.
Keen.
Yeah, Keen will add. I will allow Eagle Eyes if anybody has it.
Keen adds what? Just one.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
I got 12.
10.
10.
Ooh, pop.
4.
20.
Okay. You 3, as you kind of get these guys and kind of, is everybody okay? You're like, got your guy getting him up on his feet. You're kind of, I'll take this gun and that gun. You kind of look over to him to make sure he's okay. You look over to him to make sure he's okay. And you're like, did we make it? You 3, out of the corner of your eye, about a block away, you see under what looks like a street light, a figure in an alley, at the mouth of an alley, in a black trench coat, wide brim black fedora, just standing way over there. He's the only guy on the street over there. Mm-hmm. And as soon as you kind of look his way, you see him just shake his head and dart into the alley.
As he's looking at us right in the head, I'll probably do that. Hey, thank you.
And take off after him.
Probably the guy
I
who
think he caused this.
Are you going to take off after him?
Yes.
Okay, he's got a whole
dark man.
block head start. So
I
you're going
understand.
to leave this guy?
Yep.
Okay. Harry starts booking. What's your pace?
My pace is 6.
Okay. So he starts running across to that alley.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'm running
So,
with
like,
him.
You're going with him? What's your pace?
6.
Okay.
I'm putting my hat back on, and I got one of the pistols out.
These guys take off. You saw what they're going after, but he's there. These guys are kind of snapping too.
Hey, easy.
what the hell's going on? Where are they going?
I saw there's some guy with a trench coat shaking his head. That's when took control of these fellas' minds.
How do you know that for sure?
I don't know.
The guys are like, see, they got guns, and they're like, okay, hey, sorry, we're really desperate though.
He's right in their trap.
In my pocket. Here's a dime. Go call somebody who cares.
Just let us go, man. And they look like younger guys.
How young?
Like
Was the one of them the leader though?
like the oldest one is probably 19.
Yeah.
The others are probably around 17, 18.
Watch the movie Outsiders.
I'm like, I says, who put you up to this?
What do you mean? We just saw a bunch of rich guys coming out of the hospital.
I said, who put you up to this?
I'm just telling you the truth.
You're saving you from me. Rather than I'm
Back off, man. We're telling the truth. Relax. We don't know nothing.
Can I scrutinize?
Yes, you can scrutinize.
I'll go and roll my intimidate just for the hell of it. If I can.
I want to poop.
Make a poop.
Ooh.
I roll it when I need it.
Good evening, Zabrak.
9.
Zabrak's back.
21 on my intimidation.
Yeah, it's not raining, and he's in a puddle now. So yeah, this guy is just tears streaming down his face with a gun in his mouth, and he wets himself.
Yeah.
The other guy, when you rolled your 9,
Yeah.
he is freaking out. He is like, nobody put us up to it. We just wanted to rob some people. Okay, we need money.
That sounds good.
It's tough times for everybody, fella.
I kind of like, calm down, Robert.
And the other guy's like, just panicking, like he wants to help his friend, but he's gonna get shot. So he's like, what do we do? And he's almost like having an anxiety fit.
Roberto, just calm down. Just calm down. They're telling the truth. They're just kids. All right. I pull out my wallet.
I unload the bullets.
I pull out that $100 I took from the safe, and I go, here. Try not to do anything fucking stupid with it.
Okay, thank you. It's for my 6 mom.
Well, now I loaded them even more.
When you do that,
Yeah.
and you start to calm down, you hear a voice right behind you. It says, "Nice work. You want to be a cop?"
I look over my shoulder.
You see Quinn with the red eyes and a
Yeah.
gaunt face, just kind of like with his arms crossed, like, "Nice work."
I learned from the best.
And he vanishes.
Yeah. Great. I unload the pistols, and I basically throw them down to the ground to him, like that.
They leave him. They just run. As soon as you give them the money and they know you're not going to shoot them, they kind of back up and then they bolt. They run.
Now reload those damn pistols and put them in your pocket.
Yeah, I'll actually probably pick one up and
That's fine.
No, he's over there. Oh,
I just gave him $100. I deserve something out of it.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. Take 2. I think I like this.
Take 2. That's a candy bar.
That's pretty good. I said,
You
next
back-
time you're here,
sorry.
Okay, so once that
next time you're at Cantina, you run, you don't ask them for fucking money. Sorry you at home.
So after that, those guys take off.
Reminds me of my youth.
What are you guys gonna do?
Didn't wet myself, though.
I look around like, what the hell?
Yeah, these guys are bolting, probably going to the end of the train to rejoin their buddies. These guys are
Start.
going down that alley.
Which way are they going? Which way the two?
He'd have to point it out to you, but he will. I'm assuming.
I mean, are they going after the same direction? Because they're on a train.
No,
I mean,
they were going back down the train. These guys ran to an alley straight across.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, let's go see if we can
What
find.
were they? Just revolvers, or what were they?
yeah, just revolvers,
They just like service revolvers,
Yeah.
Smith and Wesson.
pretty much.
You want 2 or what?
I already got 1. I'll carry 2 of them.
Well, I unloaded the one. I just chuck it over the train at the other group, wherever they were at. Okay.
Chuck it. Derail the train.
Yeah, I'll just set this under the wheels. Okay.
I'll shove the other one in my back pocket.
So you guys taking off after them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys start running after these guys. I'll have to wait till Rob gets back.
Nope. Now the scene shifts to you and I as we're chasing the figure down a dark alley.
I went pee. It's okay up there. You're up there, Mike.
No, now it's
I fixed it for you.
Thanks, man.
That's a surprise. You're good.
All right. So you guys run down that alley. It's a pretty dark alley, but you can kind of see trash cans and stuff like
I do have a
that.
flashlight, so
Yeah, you're running. You keep running. You don't see anybody down here. You get to the end of this block, and you look ahead. There's nobody out here, and you don't know if they turned down a side street, but you keep going.
I have tracking. Can I try that?
You can try.
Let's see here. Where to track? Well, I said that. Where to go? Yeah, I do. Okay. Difficulty?
Just tell me what you get.
9.
You don't see any tracks.
10. Excuse me.
Yeah, you don't see anything anywhere. The tracks are just Oh, okay.
I just stopped. I'm like, damn it.
And it's cement, so it's like
Right.
harder to track.
Take our time. Let's look back and see if we can see something.
Yes.
Start looking down some of those whatever other places it might be.
Yeah. It's pretty much just one long alley.
Right.
There's some doors off to the side, but most of them look like they're boarded up. Or if you try them, they're locked. So as you guys move down the alley, you see these guys coming back your way with a flashlight kind of moving around real slow. You guys meet kind of in the middle. There's no sign of whoever you were chasing.
I don't know where this guy went, but he must be really good at it, getting away.
Yeah.
On to the motel.
I guess he's in the mind control, but he's following us.
Not necessarily saying he's following us, but he's definitely. That would be kind of odd that he showed up just now, wouldn't it?
He's following us. Anybody need a revolver? Need a piece? Braxton?
Yeah.
You saw him, didn't you?
I don't have my piece on me, so yeah.
Roberto, you saw him, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw him.
Can you do anything about that? Focus on the image or something. I don't know. Just anything.
Nah, he's living. If he's dead, no. But our friend showed up while in the middle of our little confrontation.
What friend?
What friend? Who?
Cop.
What cop?
The one that offed himself?
Yeah, the wraith.
He's following you around now?
Yeah, in the middle of the fight. He said, "You want to be a cop?" And we guys intimidating the guy, so he's following us around too.
You know, with your occult and the role you made earlier about wraiths, they are attracted to anger.
Okay.
So if he made him a wraith and then he got really angry, draws him like a moth to a flame, and it's somebody he knows now. Probably why he's following him.
Well, in that case, you know, Roberto, you're an ugly mother bastard.
You talking about my mother?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I like your mother. She's really good to me.
Yeah, I like that.
I actually do kind of explain that, though.
Oh, so I have to be nice.
Well, no, that might be. I don't know. Maybe we could.
That's a nice suit you have.
Hey, you could be helping get rid of a wraith, right?
Hey, you know what? Ain't gonna happen.
What are you gonna
Well, we
have?
need to get to that hotel motel thing right now. That's Miss Dr. Gray
Okay.
before she's in the wind as well.
Let's get moving then.
All right.
This makes me quite unnerved.
I agree with that.
So you guys are gonna head to Sunset Hotel.
Yep.
Okay.
Is the Sunset Grill there too?
Sweet. I'm hungry.
The Sunset Hotel's it is in a fairly seedy part of town. It's not exactly.
Oh, see you later, Christine number 8. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
You guys head down to the Sunset Hotel. It's in a fairly seedy part of town. Let's see. It's probably about 10:30 by now, 10 or 10:30. So you get down there. It's pretty quiet down here. I mean, some of the bars and some of the clubs are still going. Not a lot of people walking on the street though. So the Sunset Hotel is probably a 5-story building. It's got the Sunset Hotel with the little neon like sun setting, and then it's hotel. So you guys kind of walk into the lobby. Pretty simple, you know, double doors with the brass handles, and walk in. It's got the Art Deco designs on it. Hotel looks like it needs probably a good mopping, maybe some tiles replaced.
Is it a
kind of thing.
hotel or motel?
It's a hotel.
Okay, so all the rooms are on the inside.
Yes. So as you guys kind of walk in, there's like the desk, and there is a guy at the desk who's just kind of sitting like this, like vests, sleeves, sleeve garters, and there's some, you know, Tommy Dorsey, Benny Goodman swing playing on the little radio stand and stuff, and he's just kind of quiet. Clock ticking on the wall. He's looking at you guys as you walk in. Just kind of waiting to see if you come up. There's door.
I come up to the desk and I've got my hero swagger, my great big Hollywood smile on. I've got my purdy and my voice. And hello, I'm supposed to meet Rachel Gray.
Okay. She's staying here?
Supposedly.
Okay.
Phone number, blah, 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 blah.
He kind of turns the book around. He looks at you, looks at the book, turns the book around like, you're not going to look it up, I'll do it for you. He just does the, oh yeah, room 212.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Kind of flips the book back over. You guys with him?
Bodyguards.
Okay. Sure thing.
Elevator or stairs?
He's like, elevator's busted, stairs are right there.
You
God, it's 2 floors. We're gonna die.
see in the movies. Upstairs.
Okay.
What's it, do you need your
He obviously doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah.
He's just like, okay, whatever. And then he just goes back to,
Nothing.
yeah, pretty much.
Cricket, cricket, cricket.
So you guys head up the stairs. Big staircase. You go up 2 flights of stairs, and at the top, it's like 3 doors down. You see 212.
3 doors down is here?
Oh wow.
2 doors down. 3 doors down hasn't been hit
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the 1930s. So
There's
grand.
a space there.
Yeah. So you see door 212.
Suburb 77. Good evening, gents. Hello.
I said that a while ago.
Okay, I'm way behind the line.
Yeah.
So you guys kind of go in, knock it.
Really?
Inside. Wrong. No, you hear
Rachel, 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 Rachel.
as you knock, you hear something fall in the room, like maybe something got knocked over. And after a moment, you kind of hear the door kind of open, just barely.
Chain.
Yeah.
Dr. Gray? Zachary Thomas. Burke.
2 chickens in a head.
She kind of, you see her eye, like, as she looks out, and she's like,
May we speak to you
It's of dire importance.
about Dr. Neiman?
you're about Dr. Neiman.
Yes. He's passed away.
Who are you with?
Just us.
We're an investigation group
Or who?
For ourselves.
for ourselves. They're friends of the police departments.
The police.
The good guys.
The
The
good
police that died with
department.
Mr.
So not the
Doctor.
police department.
No.
And she closes the door, but then you hear the chain
Oh.
slide. And she
Already
kind of
fucking
opens
bust
it up.
this door down.
She opens it up, and she's like, looks out in the hallway.
He's not here.
Who?
The guy in the trench coat and hat.
Who's that?
We don't know exactly. Can we speak to you? We think something's going on. Someone very dangerous might be loose, and he's killing people.
And your doctor is one of them.
Come in.
Thank you.
She's like, I've seen you on posters somewhere.
Zachary Burke, magician, and I name off whatever place I usually go.
And she kind of like, an investigation. No, it's more like it's an investigation group with a magician and an actor. Mr. Braxton.
Yes. Pleasure to meet you, Dr. Gray.
Pleasure to meet you. Come in. Once you guys are in, she hurriedly closes the door and latches it again. And you notice when she does, she puts a chair back under the doorknob. She's like,
What are you hiding from, lass?
I'm leaving.
Okay. We
And
don't
you
look like
see over on the, like, there's a door open to the bedroom, and there's a suitcase with clothes in it and some other stuff on the bed, like toiletries.
Why are you leaving one?
My work here is done, and I don't want to disappear.
Can you tell us exactly what's going on?
Well, okay, what do you know what's going on? Why?
I know
You're
that we
investigating
know that Dr. Neiman's been experimenting on some patients.
Okay, yes,
Pull out the file, throw it on the bed or on the counter.
yes.
Actually, we took all the files, probably, right?
Right, but I still have the one.
So, what is about the man in the trench coat who's killing people?
Is she in any of the photos I looked through?
No.
Okay.
I mean, she's kind of attractive, but
Well, I'm just saying if there was that kind of
not Betty
relationship.
Page. No,
I'll tell her about the experience we had with the train and the riffraff, and
she kind of pauses and she's like,
this is the same thing that happened to the doctor.
A policeman, whoever was controlling this policeman, used the policeman to kill Neiman and then had the policeman kill himself afterwards.
But we saw someone in a trench coat, dark hat, disappear into
kind of
another.
leans against the wall and actually reaches over and grabs a cigarette and a little lighter and lights her cigarette.
Well, before she can do all, because I got mine out.
She's like, "Thank you." She's like, "He lived. He made it."
Patient
Who's he? Patient 9?
Patient 9.
9.
Got a name here.
His name is Murdoch. That's all we know.
Matt Murdock?
No. His name is Murdoch.
This
What
is,
exactly did you do to him?
Not what I did to them. To them. Dr. Sloan. He was the superior. He was in charge of the project.
where is he now?
I'm assuming he's somewhere in town still, probably looking for new subjects.
Where does he operate out of?
That's a good question. We operated out of an old factory.
Warehouse?
That burnt down, perhaps?
Yes, because of Patient 9. Murdoch.
It burned down because of Patient 9?
Yes.
He caused it to be ablaze, or was it a
He
accident of his escaping?
There were many factors. Dr. Sloan, yeah. Dr. Marcus Sloan, he doesn't work in any hospitals around here. He contacted Dr. Neiman and he contacted myself for help with a job, a research job into medical abilities. And being a neurologist, I was very, very interested, and Dr. Neiman, being a psychiatrist, had an interest as well. Once we were contacted, we were sworn to secrecy. We were paid very, very well.
Yeah, by the feds, right?
I believe that now. I didn't know that at the time.
Our feds?
What do you mean?
Or the Southern Feds?
Well, the Confederacy. I didn't realize until 2 days ago that they were really in charge. We thought it was Dr. Marcus Sloan doing a research facility project, somehow funded, maybe by himself. It was never made clear. But we were interested in the science, in the experiments, in the chance. But once I saw what the experiments actually entailed and how far we pushed those patients, I wanted to stop, but I couldn't. They wouldn't let me. They basically threatened my life, and I thought, well, that's ridiculous. How would you threaten my life? And then I met a man named Lynch from the Confederacy government, and he was very adamant about me staying on. I had no choice. They threatened myself, any of my extended family, anything. My reputation, my career. I had to stay. We pushed those patients too far, I thought. Dr. Neiman performed most of the tests. I recuperated the patients and tested to make sure they were still sane and physically capable of continuing on. We lost one of them. The other 8 had different levels of success. The other 9 had different levels of success. Patients 3, 8, and 9 were the forerunners. They showed enormous potential. 9 by far. 3 and 8 were powerful, as well as some of the others, but not near what we've seen in patient 9. He eventually confided to me that his name was Murdoch, and that's all he remembered. He was the one who suffered amnesia. He couldn't remember anything. He came to us as a blank slate. It was a perfect opportunity. And I don't know if that's why his psychic powers were as strong as they were or not.
So you say came to you. How did you get these fellas?
I never really knew, but Neiman, eventually I got to look at his files, and I discovered that they were brought in one way or another. They found one of them in a homeless shelter. I believe that was patient 3. They never released the names. They never gave us their names. Murdoch confided in me his name, and I didn't share it with anyone else.
Where are the other ones at?
2 nights ago, there was a revolt, a riot at the facility.
People don't like it too much when you imprison them, huh?
Yes. I want you to understand, I never agreed with it.
I heard you.
No, but you kept going no matter what.
If they threatened your family, would you keep going?
Yeah, hey,
Or would you take the chance of walking away and having everyone you know be killed or murdered secretly?
You did what you had to do, love.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm torn up enough about it. And she stubs that cigarette out and immediately lights another one. She's like chain smoking. She's like,
It's hard to smoke a chain, too.
I reach in and go, hey, I didn't mean no respect. I hand her like some whiskey. I got a flask, you know.
she's like, no, thank you.
All right, hey, I understand. I'm just saying, you know, what was going on ain't right, but there's not much you
I
can
agree with that. But don't make it sound so harsh on me. I tried to do my best. I tried to take care of those patients.
All right, let's just keep going here. What about this revolt?
The patients were getting antsy, and I believe it was patient 8 and 9. I think they used telepathy, which patient 8 was very prevalent at. He could communicate in your mind. He was showing great potential for that. I think he and 9 made a plan and passed it to the others who could hear it and nobody else. And they revolted. They used their powers to start breaking free of their cells wherever they were. Some of them started malfunctioning the equipment. Lights shut off. Motors wouldn't start.
Ooh-wee.
Some of the others were using pyrotechnics to catch things on fire.
Holy cow, lady.
Number 9 was the strongest. He led the revolt. Unfortunately, I believe he's the only. I thought they all perished. These men we were considered to be orderlies ended up being trained killers. I believe they were part of the.
So there was G-men.
Yes. I did not know they were working with us, but I think they were undercover agents. Because when the revolt happened, these men pulled out weapons and started killing. Now, they lost a lot of Confederate agents. I know that. I saw one with his rib cage ripped right out of his chest. Another one had his heart crushed, I believe, from a distance. But they gunned down most of these psychics. Most of these people would. Dr. Sloan called them psychers. It was a nickname. I don't know why he called them that. I don't think they appreciated it.
Because it works in.
Yes, it does. They're actually in 1930s.
Are they?
So some P-men or U-men or X-men or something or other.
She's like, I don't know about that.
Z-Man.
I like the P man.
Man, what do? I pee. I pee a lot.
I am Urine the P-Man.
P-man.
The last I saw, patient 9 was down a hallway from a distance. He was surrounded by these G-men. I feared the worst, and the next thing I know, that end of the hallway went dark, covered in flame, and when I looked through the darkness where the other lights were, I saw body parts dripping from the ceiling, and I turned and ran. And I left the facility. And I've been hiding for the last night or two, making sure that I wasn't followed, making sure that nobody was coming after me.
I
And
take
now,
that piece of paper
and
out.
now I'm leaving.
Take that piece of paper out that was in the doctor's wallet
Yeah,
and say, well, this is the only way we could find you then.
that was Dr. Neiman's contact list.
Yes, it was in his wallet.
Yes, I can tell you that Dr. Sloan's number is not in service. I've tried it. I had the same note that I made. He obviously did not realize that Lynch was a Confederate G-man, or he hadn't pieced it together, but I did. And that's why I'm leaving town.
Do you know where this Lynch is now?
Second. What is everybody's spirit? Can you tell me?
48.
3d6.
2d8.
Still trying to find it.
Right side, middle.
Spirit.
Rob.
Different character sheet, man.
Oh,
Be on your
2d8.
So 2d8, 2d8,
48.
3d6.
or your spirit, please.
Hey, all right.
3.
Okay. Reginald, you're kind of listening to the story, and immediately you just feel like
Who's Reginald?
kind of space off, and it looks like everything's in a tunnel vision a little bit.
Oh,
Like, am I
shit.
gonna faint? And you feel yourself say this, but you all hear in a totally different voice
From him?
coming from him.
Okay.
And it's like, wow, you're a really good impressionist. You hear, I appreciate your pity and see you have true remorse about my treatments, Dr. Gray. You were good to me for the most part, and I forgive you for the rest. Go, stay away from here. I will have my revenge on the others.
Reginald.
And you snap out of it.
I'm like wide-eyed, white-faced.
Murdoch? Reginald?
He must be here.
Okay, do I remember the voice?
You were there, you were there.
Had to have been. Had to have been Murdoch.
All of a sudden, you say in that voice, you know my name.
Where's this coming from
I
now?
don't know where that came
He's like,
from. Is it him talking again?
what are you men after?
Where's this coming from?
Him.
That's coming from.
He's still talking in Murdoch's voice, apparently.
Just trying to solve the mystery of the cop killing the doctor and himself.
Oh, well, that was me.
That was you.
Well, we're just seeing
So is he talking both?
Just it's Murdoch. You're like, we're just trying to solve the mystery.
I'm doing a
well, that
job
was
on
me.
you.
I was both. Well, can you answer this question? What is your question? He's doing that kind of thing. So
No,
Don't,
he said,
don't,
"Oh, that was me."
don't mess our friend's mind up, please.
Oh no,
But-
I just need to
but
communicate from a
the
distance.
cop you controlled, he's now a wraith, and he's after you.
Are you
Granted,
sure he's
there-
after me?
Granted, there wasn't much worth of him anyway, but
He
The last I saw, he was following your friend.
I gotta laugh. I'm like,
he may have been following him or
you
us
see him too, huh?
in order to try to find you.
Let him come. I can deal with that. He's the one who turned me over, by the way.
Turned you over.
I've always suffered memory loss, blackouts.
you too, huh?
I was arrested for being near a crime that I had nothing to do with. Another homeless man, a friend of mine, was murdered by a gang that you just encountered. And because of that, this Officer Quinn clapped me in irons. And the next thing I know, I'm turned over to a research facility. And then the torture started. Thanks to Dr. Nyman. Dr. Gray, I know you were a part of it, but I can tell you pity and you feel bad for what happened. And I knew you did at the time. You nursed me back to health. Yes, I don't condone what you did, but I understand why you did it. That is why I am letting you live. You go and don't come back. I will not harm you, but you should stay away from this place. Because Dr. Sloan is out there, and I think he's looking for more test subjects, which I cannot allow.
Do you know where Sloan's at?
I may have an idea. I'm heading there next. And then I'm going after Lynch.
We'd like to go after Lynch too.
A government man. You're willing to take on the whole Confederate government?
If they're doing things to people like they're doing to you, aye.
Well, you might say, if he kills me, I guess I'm at peace. I don't think I want your blood on my hands, so this would be your choice.
Indeed. It is.
Do you speak for all? I can find out. But I respect your privacy. I won't peek if you don't want me to.
I prefer you not. But what do you think, lads?
Well, let's let Dr. Gray continue her business and get out of here. If you're serious about this, why don't we meet and talk? I have a place, believe it or not. It's not much, but you're welcome to talk privately there. I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, I think we better be a little bit more worried than he is.
I'm not out to harm anybody, just those that have wronged me.
I can respect that. I understand.
I can't put that against you. We're all in the same boat with that. But all right, where can we meet you?
Look out the window.
I'll walk
The
over the
bedroom
window.
window.
Oh,
That other window.
Yeah.
jump out the bedroom window? Gotcha.
At the bedroom window, and down across the street, under an awning, is the guy in the trench coat and the hat. And he just kind of,
Right.
the original here, I'm right down here. I'll wait for you in the alley right around the corner.
Fair enough.
Give us a couple minutes.
We'll help her get gone.
Oh, she can manage on her own. Time is of the essence. I don't want Sloan to slip away.
Well, we'll let her get out. We'll get out of her way then and meet you there in just a moment, sir.
You got a ride?
It's not far to walk.
Talking to her, not you.
He's like, understood.
Great telepath he is.
Yeah. You got your permission. Yeah, she's like, oh my god. And she went to the window too. When he puts her hand up, she kind of puts her hand on the window. And you see he kind of like lowers his hand. Just kind of like that. I understand. That's
Oh, Dad, I turned to
She
her.
has a tear down her eye.
I turned to her and I tipped my hat and I said, "Ma'am, we're going to get out of your way. Good luck and safe travels."
Hey, well, no. Hey, hold on a second. We don't know if they're going to come and try and whack her or something.
Well, I'm leaving on the next bus. That's why I'm trying to get out of here.
Where's the bus at?
It's on the other side of town. I'm taking a cab. I'm taking a taxi cab. Look, Murdoch needs help. And I mean, I don't know how far on this revenge kick he is. I mean, that's crazy to take on government agents and find Sloan. These men are dangerous. I know he's been through a lot. I don't want to see him killed, even though he probably thinks it's best.
Hey, great
If
evil
you're
is
gonna-
fought by great men.
You're going to help him.
Small men don't stand up.
Please
to
help
nothing.
him. Try to make sure he gets out of it safe and try not to kill yourselves. Revenge can be a very dangerous emotion.
It's kept me going for a while. As I tipped my hat again and said,
I kind of like.
Good luck, Doctor.
He's like,
Come, gentlemen.
he says, good luck.
and we leave.
And I guess Murdoch knows I'm sorry. So she kind of closes the door and gets her stuff together, and you guys head down to the alley. As you get around the alley, you're going to see, just inside the alley in the shadows, when you walk in, you see a guy with a trench coat and wide brim hat. He takes the hat off. He is perfectly bald. Kind of average looking, really. I mean, there's nothing special about this guy at all. He's not ugly. He's not handsome at all. He's just a guy. But he's clean shaven, bald. But he does look like there's something about his eyes. If you look him directly in the eyes, instantly you're like, I feel sorry for this guy, and I don't want to be anywhere near him when he gets mad. You just have that feeling, like he's projecting it unconsciously. And we will stop there.
Hey, there you go. Good to get down. All right. All right, folks, that's it for us tonight. Make sure to come back except for the next 2 weeks. We're going to take a little bit of a break and get some things taken care of on the technical issue side and some family issue side and some sensible issues. All right, well, anyway. All that's going to be on. And,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
and we got some things we got to catch up on our logistical side of the Rock and Tour Society. So won't be any games for 2 weeks, but check back then. But you can catch us every Tuesday night. Find out when we're going to be back and what we're doing when we come back. Check out our social medias. If you want to see us on other days, don't forget we're going to be at some events coming up. We're going to be at the Planet FunCon at the River Center in Davenport, Iowa, June 28th through 30th, 2024. Running games and hanging out. And then we'll be in September heading to the Big River Steampunk Festival down in Hannibal, Missouri, where we'll be running games and hanging out. Come down and check us out. We have a lot of other good events coming, so make sure you keep an eye on that on our social media. Now then, for the thank you to Dale for running the game tonight, the Dragon's Den for hosting, Mike for his technical prowess and investment,
Yep.
to Bobby for doing the editing and clips and things she does, and everybody else for playing tonight. Again, thank you to Pinnacle Entertainment Group for making and distributing Deadlands Noir. If you're interested in purchasing this game, go to our YouTube channel. Go to tonight's show that'll be posted here in the next day or so, or not this evening. And you can find a link to the Pinnacle website where you can purchase this game directly. Let them know that the Rock and Tour Society sent you.
Thank you, Pinnacle.
Well, that's it. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you all next week. Good night.
Bye, guys.